Good morning, everybody. Gup here. Just a quick video for the green machine for match play. If you're not a sub, you can kind of already see the new site. Maybe you haven't checked it out, but everything's locked and loaded in here. New layout, new tools coming. PGA model builder, research center. All that's available for you. What we're focusing on here is for our special week this week. If you go to golf, you can obviously, if you do classic, you'll see Corrales, do our normal optimizing builds, no problem there. But for match play, we obviously know there's a significant, I wouldn't say advantage. Well, I mean, you have to know how you're building correctly. And I put out my tool yesterday, the hand build one, but we were able to use the same rules that I have on that for match play this week. And so the book I sent out to you guys yesterday as members, remember I got it coded for you. Ultimately, we want 6 of our 8 guys in the Elite 8, ideally, and then or at least have a chance to get to the Elite 8, and then all 4 to the Final 4. I did tell you I'm not in the theory of you have to have 3 and 3. I don't think that's necessarily true. And I think you could leave some on the line if you restrict yourself to that. It's not a bad build by any means, but I think you could do 4 and 2 here. Like if you fill JT and Rom, you feel really good about those 2. That's probably not a good deal because of the salary issue. But, let's say, Wolf, you're like, I'm just going to go with Wolf in this. And that's probably more for a single build. But if your lineup had Wolf and Rom, and then you picked 4 guys over here, as long as they're all, from each of these subgroups, one from here, one from here, one from here, one from here. So you go, Cantley, Kim, Morikawa, and I'm not looking at pricing, you could still get all 6. You can get, 2 here, 4 here. You got 6 guys in. If you were to nail these 4 over here on the left, now you automatically have these guys in and all the way to the finals. Like you're locked up. If you hit the 4 side, now you just need these 2 to come in. Yeah, it takes a little bit away from over here, but how much are you gaining if you took like Casey away and went over here? Yeah, I mean, it does give you a little bit, and you can go either way. And I'll have both. I'll have 4 and 2 and 3 and 3, but I'm not going to make all my lineups be 3 and 3. So we have this here, and you guys got the group ranks as well. I use this. What you'll use this for is helping you select your player pool. I will have a couple of Gup coming out here in a little bit, and then plus some added content later on this afternoon. Obviously, a little bit different week as everything is coming to, we got to be building tonight. So I'm going to merge kind of the Triple G and Glorious Nucleus article and a write-up, kind of a little bit more in depth than what I'm going to do on the Cup with Gup with my bracket building type of deal. So what I did to save you guys time, obviously, we have the strengths and all that as well. If you hadn't looked at this, if you're premium members, go check that out. I will add the other stuff to it this afternoon once I get it all in there. So we go here, and I preset these to save you guys time. I wanted this to be a quick video so you can see. Instead of using the lineup tool that I built, and if you're a hand builder, you can still use it. It's out there. You can use the exact same process. I gave the instructions and build away. This does it for you now. So you can put your min and max. I just did this. These are all just randomly somewhat set stuff. Nothing like I'm keeping for sure. I just wanted to show you how to go through it. Build how many lineups you want. I did this set on 100 just to show you. And we can go up to 150. Doesn't matter. It's always going to tell you save your work. If you are, you'll know you can work on your phone, save everything, come here, and it's already up there, vice versa. So if you're building your player pool throughout the day, you can come back here. It'll still be saved. See, my stuff's still saved from earlier. I did all this on my phone, actually, at the gym. I just got all pre-saved so I could come here and go through it real quick. So I saved, 25 guys, and you can go as far as you want. Maybe you're going to do simple and go, I'm going to take in 100 lineups, maybe I feel comfortable with 32 guys or 40 guys. And you're just going to go, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, that'd be, what was that, 8, 32. Maybe you're going to go 5 out of this group, 5 out of here. Maybe you're going to be heavy on one group. However you want to do it, it doesn't really matter. I made it pretty balanced. We can still add a couple more that I know. I think I looked at earlier. Answer. Let's see. I got EVR. He was one that I wanted to make sure. Yep. Okay. Maybe you're going to go a couple cheap guys because you're going to have cheap guys anyways. So however you select these, if you want to use all the players and just go light on some, go ahead. If you're building 100, why not? When you go to this next step, just like before, you're going to have 600 roster slots, and your salary range needs to be in between this for a somewhat optimal build. We've talked about that, and I have a tutorials video on the deal. This basically helps to ensure you're not too heavy up top, too heavy down below, vice versa, however you want to do that. And you'll see as I get closer to the 600, I left a little bit out here just so you guys can kind of see, if you never seen me do this, how I, obviously as I'm going through it in real life, I have my ownership projections, my, and on a normal slate, we use all that. I'll load the projections in here, and you guys can use, and I want to be overweight, I want to be underweight, I want to be overweight, I want to be underweight. So we're at 605. So it says we're under by $200, which is fine. I actually like being under as opposed to over. It gives you a little more room. And I'm actually just because I know being under helps a lot. I'll add a few more. Being on right on that edge normally makes it a little tough to get all your exposures pretty close. But biggest key, you got your 600 in there. We're going to get you pretty close. So we save. Generate lineups. Now, what this is going to do is do that rules I talked about yesterday, in that you're going to have all 6 in these 8, and you're not going to have 2 in any one. So you don't want Shoffley and Rory. You're going to have every lineup that this generates is going to have a player A, player B, player C, player D, plus 2 more, but none of them are going to be in the same subgroup. So if you have DJ here, there won't be anybody else from AA. It'll be from one of these groups or one of these groups, so that you can't, every lineup will have the chance to have 6 guys in these 8 spots. So there we go. We build, you can kind of see the plus minus differences there, and this is something you can toggle back and forth between. You can regen any amount of time. If you see you're heavy and light on some guys, maybe you, go back to exposures, mess with these, get this down. The way I've been doing it, basically seeing the best results, sorry, I'm going the wrong way, is being about 10% under my max here. So something like that, 49,000. So if my min is 49, just because it gives a little more flexibility to the builder. If you're right at the clip of the number, sometimes it struggles to hit your exposures because there's only so many combinations. It's also trying to hit combinations, right? Especially in this, because we're so tight on players. So I'm going to save that again. Generate. You saw, we'll watch it live. It's not going to take, this building 100 real quick. And I tested this about 8,000 times this morning. I even had some subs already jump in there, and the rules are following. So every single lineup that you'll see gives you that 6 and 8 spots, which is all we're trying to do. You obviously still have to create your pools the way you want them. So how many guys, and this is what I'm going to talk about today on some of the shows. If you haven't used this, you can go down here and look at every single lineup. You can look at every single one of these, and you'll have these 6 are going to be in 6 different subgroups right here. All of them are. But you still got to build your pools, right? So you got to go, one thing we're working on today, at least all my content will be, what pools do we want to get all the guys, and just say, all right, I'm going to get heavy here. And I'm talking about MME, right? And maybe you're looking at this and going, I'm just going to DJ other this and mark everybody out. I think he's going to win. It's a risk, but you got to take some risk here. And if you're building 100, 150, you may want to get a piece of almost all of them. Just know that you're, when you're doing that, you still got to stay within the restrictions of the salary builds and you know, you can't be real heavy. You can't pick all the favorites and try to go 30% on all of them, because mathematically it just doesn't work out. But what this will do, the easy part is, I mean, you saw how quick I did this, and this is just me thumbing through. I hadn't put any thought into the player pool or anything like that. I just did it to kind of show you guys a quick video. And obviously you can also export it out, fire it right into DK, make tweaks there if you want. You see how quick that loads up. It's ready to go. If you have the hand tool, you can fire these in the hand tool, make tweaks there, or just put it in DK. Maybe you make a few tweaks. You know, it's ready to go. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Should make this process a heck of a lot easier than what we've had in the past. So I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk soon.